Poetry practice. It's time to practice. I just ate some Taco Bell, so I hope I don't burp. So there's a poem. Let me get my book. When I tell you that I have been struggling with this poem for months, usually it takes me like, I don't know, not long at all to get a poem memorized. Like I can get it, like if you give me a solid week or even 4 days, I can have a poem down, right? This one I have been practicing for months. It feels like almost a year. It's been almost a year, I want to say. I love this poem. I'm going to say it at the White House one day or somewhere historical. And I just love it so much. But it is very hard to memorize. But I'm going to try to get through it right now. By the way, this is like my 5th or 6th take. Give or take. All right. If you want to follow along the poem, if you have my book, it's on page 234, I think. Page 234, poem number 150 in the book. It's called Don't Let the Black Writers Die. I'm going to try to get through it without looking. All right. My legs something to rest on. Okay. When I was a little girl, I wondered why the caged bird sings and how that writer was able to articulate exactly what I was feeling. I wondered why Tyler Perry plays connected the black community and why every time I heard the word "still I rise," I could feel God's light flowing through me. I wondered about the man who wrote the speech, "I had a dream," and why he had the dream about something supposed to be free for every human being. Who were the writers that put our struggles on their shoulders? And what are the names of the writers that stood by our soldiers even when the military gave our black soldiers the cold shoulder? Whose words belong to the... Yep. Who wrote the stories our eyes have never seen before? And who wrote the speeches that mended the wounds that left our hearts sore? Whose words belong to the writers who make sure we never forget where we come from? And who wrote the stories of our ancestors when them slave owners stole their freedom? Who wrote the music that gave us the happiness and the pain, the sunshine and the rain? And whose words to this day validate just what I am saying? Writers like Maya Angelou, Alice Walker, and Phyllis Wheatley all may be dead, but they ain't dead. Their influence still touches our hearts and is alive and well in our heads. So you see, we can't let the black writers die. They are the bridge that connects the heart to the eye, the relation between you and I, and they are the ones who reflect the conditions of what's going on in these current times. Their influence cannot die. Their memories cannot die. Black writers, look me in the eye. We need your unique point of view, because without it, who will tell the truth about what us black people have been and are going through? Woo! Thank you. I messed up. I did mess up, but I got back on board. But it's passionate, right? It's beautiful. It's a beautiful poem. Again, it's on page 234. It's called Don't Let the Black Writers Die. And I promise you, when I finally can get it down without needing my notes, needing to open the book to read it, I am going to perform that poem at the White House one day. either White House or just somewhere historical. It's a nice historical poem. Yeah. So anyway, hope you enjoyed. I will be doing a poem I do have down called What If They Didn't, on January 6th at the Dallas Cultural Arts Center. On January 6th, we'll be being there from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. A lot of beautiful people will be in the building, entrepreneurs, time to network for 2024. You know, it's a beautiful thing. Hope to see you there. Peace and love.